Hey, what's up, all of our new subscribers? We got a lot of new people.
What's
What's
up?
up? What's up?
We appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate it. I've been having fun talking shit to a lot of you in the comments. So I don't think you guys subscribed. The ones I'm talking shit to, I don't think subscribed. But I've been having fun nonetheless. So yeah, that's fun. So, anyways, we're gonna keep the train running, and there hasn't really been a game. Well, there has been new games, obviously, but like, I don't know, not once. Well, I'll look at them. Maybe Mortal Kombat.
Assassin's
got
Creed
some.
came out. You know,
Oh,
like seven people played that.
I did look at Assassin's Creed, but like all the reviews were kind of the same, where people were just like, "This feels like a step backwards," and I was like, "This is just valid," and like, it just didn't seem as fun because I also don't give a shit about Assassin's Creed. So why would anyone? But we'll see. Maybe we'll find some spicy reviews. There was Mortal Kombat. I know Madden, but like Madden's always shit lately, so I don't know. That might be interesting though to kind of look at
That's
bad
true.
reviews for a game I don't care about.
Peek into a world that we have no experience in.
Yeah, exactly.
Call of Duty's coming out. That's gonna have some spicy.
Oh, golly, yeah. Yeah, I know some people are gonna be mad because of some of the shenanigans they're doing, whereas it's basically just like a DLC, but that'll be for a future video.
To the point that when you hit play on the game, it launches the old game.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Madden, they didn't know what that's about, playing last year's game, but paying for it. So, anyways, I'm cooking up some other stuff, but one that I got ready, I look back on is, what year was it? 2020, was it 22 or 21 that Elden Ring won Game of the Year? When did Elden Ring come out? Last year?
Right.
Okay. Well, it doesn't make me feel as bad for waiting.
Wow, it feels like a long time ago that I played that game.
So,
longer than 1 year.
I mean, critically, it was a successful game. Did you enjoy Elden Ring?
Hell yeah. That's probably... I mean, it's hard to compare because it made so many steps forward in like the Souls games.
Yeah.
Like, it is the best one, but that's also because it's the newest one.
Yeah, but I mean, like, people could make its arguments. Like, maybe some people don't like that it was more open and like the linearness of Dark Souls, but whatever. I liked it.
I like both. Yeah.
I don't like Souls-like games for the most part, and I liked Elden Ring, so.
Elden Ring was so good.
I never beat it, though. Maybe when the DLC comes out, I'll get another bump to play it, and I'll actually beat it.
I'll definitely start a new game.
Well, yeah, so naturally we got some reviews. I'm sure some of these are going to be a little predictable as far as the spicy filter on them. But yeah, we'll start off with a short and sweet one. So
can you choose your pronouns in Elden Ring? I don't think you can.
I don't think it gives you a choice at all.
Mm.
So you're not she or her or him or he.
You're just maidenless, bro.
Walk in the desert, fall into quicksand. That would be more fun than this game.
So this gentleman thinks it would be more fun to walk into a desert and fall into quicksand, and he rated it a 0.
That's a lot of lack of context as to why he thinks that.
That's why I love Metacritic, because it's so not even about the game anymore. Like, it's all about just, well, there's too many 100s. Let me just throw some shit up there. Like, Steam, you see a lot of meme reviews, but there's no number. So I feel like you can, it's either like I like the way they show it. Like, it's popular, not popular, super popular, or whatever terminology they use. I like that. There's no numbers.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, a lot of people like this game. And so,
kind of really like reviews without a number attached to it. I think that is much better review, like a review system, than like 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. People get so hung up on the number, but if I wanted to make like a review system, it would just be like, don't recommend, would recommend with conditions, 100% recommend to everyone, you know, like just something like that would make more sense to me.
I mean, you can make a review system.
That'll be our official review system. I'll make it.
All right.
No numbers.
All right. But yeah, I also just don't really like. I put them in here just because they're funny, because they do nothing. But
Also, if we take his review literally, do you agree that dying to quicksand would be more fun than playing any video game?
all right, I'm about to go off on a tangent about quicksand. But did y'all ever have? And first of all, no, I don't believe that. I think playing Elden Ring is better than dying in quicksand. But did you have it in your head when you were younger that like quicksand was like one of the scariest things in the world? Like if you stepped in it, you were just toast.
Oh, 100%.
That's how. Yeah.
It was a lot more relevant than I realized as an adult, because every like work of fiction there was quicksand growing up.
Yeah.
So it was just like, man, if you just step in the wrong part of the woods, you're just gonna die.
Yeah, I blame Jumanji and Neverending Story for my fear of quicksand.
Yeah. Also, Princess Bride. Shout out Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, that was another one. Yeah, see, everyone just sees quicksand and you just step in it and you're done. But in like actuality, it's like, from my understanding, like difficult to die in.
Yeah, you can kind of just get out of it, I think.
Yeah, and I'm sure people have died, but I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, here's a little bit of a more spicy one for you.
Ooh, that looks long.
Oh yeah, you can. I forgot you can see. But this guy is mad at George R.R. Martin.
Of course.
No, just no. If this is the direction developers are taking, it's a sad future. If you were to say this is a 10, subtract 1 from the horrendous controls. You are constantly fighting the camera, even with all the assist options disabled. This engine is showing its age. Constant micro stutters where the camera is moving just a little bit in the opposite direction you are attempting to look. Subtract another 2 points for the control scheme. OMG. It's terrible. You want to switch to your bow, then back to your sword.
What?
Plan on performing a button combo as if you're playing Street Fighter. I would describe it as the developers just kept adding things to press and got lazy with the ergonomics. Just trying to swap out a weapon or cast a spell breaks immersion because you have to do mental gymnastics with the buttons, on top of reacting to boss fight mechanics. Just terrible. Subtract another 2 points for story direction. The developers get George R.R. Martin to assist. Now this one pissed me off. The marketing sold this as a story. We got the mastermind behind Game of Thrones to write the story. But then they don't tell you anything. You have wander around aimlessly to discover the story. Imagine paying for what you're told is a movie only to discover there was no director. Just a bunch of actors wandering around aimlessly. You'd walk out of the theater and demand a refund. I'm done with this review. There's so much more that was annoying and immersion breaking.
Let me keep talking.
The game is hard, as expected, but the thing that draws you into a story and immerses you into the gameplay is not there. It's a slap in the face to read and watch people praise this as the bar for game development. You want a fun game to play, immersive and with an amazing Dead Redemption 2. That's the bar. Not Elden Ring.
There you go. So
Wow.
Yeah, a lot to be said. Like, sure, the controls can be a little cumbersome. I'll give them that, but nowhere did I, as someone who plays Street Fighter, nowhere did I think I was playing Street Fighter within Elden Ring.
There's no like what kind of combo is he trying to do? Is he trying to like shoot his bow in the middle of like a 4 auto attack combo or something? Like that's not the game, man.
Also, newsflash, have you played Skyrim? You basically have to pause the game to do like combos, quote unquote.
Yeah, and he's like, the way he makes it sound, because he was like, oh, it feels like I'm playing Street Fighter and it's so cumbersome to re-equip a weapon. It sounds like he's attacking an enemy and like halfway through an attack he's opening up the menu and changing weapons to try to do combos or something. Like that's not the game at all.
Yeah.
And you can equip multiple weapons and just hit a single button to swap between them. It just adds to the weight of your character, so you get punished for it.
Yeah, and like doing the weapon combos is not like most weapons don't have combos, or they're built in on one button.
Yeah.
Or you jump and swipe.
You hit right on the D-pad, you shoot your bow. The enemy's
Yeah.
coming. You hit right on your D-pad. You hit R1, R1, R2.
Yeah.
Like that's it. I mean, if Street Fighter played like that, it would be like maybe Street Fighter like 2
You can
arcade
argue the new Street
edition.
Fighter.
True. Yeah, with
the-
modern
with
controls.
the modern controls, yeah. But yeah, I this one made me giggle. Like they just people who get so focused on things like that, like I'll give them they're not the most intuitive controls, but like
No.
do you pick them up like instantly after the tutorial? Sure. Like I never once thought to myself was like, well, dang it, this control scheme is really hindering me and really preventing me from enjoying the game.
Yeah. I mean, Souls games have always had like the same thing as Monster Hunter. Like you kind of gotta mess around and then it'll click. It's maybe it is clunky, but it's intentionally clunky, so you can figure out the system they use and like then you can use that clunkiness to your advantage.
Yeah. That being said, this person did rate it a 4, so it wasn't a 0 at least.
All right. I mean, maybe he went in thinking it was going to be like this crazy cinematic Assassin's Creed, like running around assassinating people kind of game, and it just didn't vibe with him.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
His review makes it sound like he wants a completely different game than what Elden Ring actually is.
Yeah, the only thing I will give him, I will also give him the George R. R. Martin stuff, because that was very unclear. I thought he wrote the story also, but it also did not impact my enjoyment of the game at all. Because guess what? Guess what everyone does with any Souls-like game? They go, hey, here's the story. Oh, that's cool. And they don't give a shit. And then after they beat the game, they go watch Vadi Vidya explain the story for like 3 hours.
Yes. The story is not for the average player. The story is for the guy making YouTube videos for other people to watch.
And I get the frustration behind it, but like, I don't want to say that's just how the game is, but I mean, I've kind of accepted it, and I like the story, and it gives me opportunities to get sucked in, but also if I don't want to, I can just not and just watch a YouTube video.
Yeah, you can just play it for the gameplay. There's nothing wrong with playing a game for the gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's see if this next person liked it.
This is easily the worst FromSoft game ever made. Played through this game entirely feeling as though it was the end of From Software making good games. Where do I even start? The game will either overpower you in certain areas, or be underpowered compared to the areas you may have previously traversed. The wood feels lazily made with many rehash enemies and bosses from previous areas in this game and other FromSoft games. The world is really more or less a Soulsborne gallery with no real heart, passion, or soul poured into the making of the game.
So yeah, they didn't like it. Go figure.
I like how they're like, this is the worst From Software game I've ever played. They've made a lot of games.
The whole
think you
time
can
I
say
was
it's the
playing
worst.
this game, I just kept thinking to myself, it's the end of FromSoft.
Man, I wish Elden Ring was as good as Armored Core 1 on PlayStation 1.
That is a game of fucking bad control scheme.
Like,
Also,
looking at their
mad that
games,
the world doesn't scale with you.
it kind of does.
I mean, it
Just depends
does,
where
but
you
like,
go.
yeah. But I like the fact that I can go to beginning levels and just like one shot people now, like because I'm powerful now.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It scales on where you go. Like, different areas have different difficulties of enemies. I guess they don't have like a level per se, but if you go into like the red area, I forget what it's called. It's been a little bit since I played it, but the red,
north.
yeah, like with all the crazy monsters and the dog things and stuff, like you're gonna get your ass kicked because stuff is a lot harder out there until you level up.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, same thing with everyone's favorite Skyrim. Like, you couldn't just go anywhere. Like,
Right, yeah.
sometimes some scary ass spiders would attack you. You weren't ready for it. Point of an RPG.
Skyrim's such a top tier game. Like
Shut up.
you ask, I'm just saying, you ask anyone, and like they have a million stories about just crazy shit happening in Skyrim.
Ho ho ho, traveler. I'll be taking that. That fucking guy steals the staff of Magnus. I remember him.
10 out of 10 game. Which is better, Kevin? Elden Ring or Skyrim?
If I were to personally pick, I think I definitely enjoyed Skyrim more, but they're not the same
They're
style.
not really comparable. Yeah.
Like they're both open world RPGs, but it's just a different style. Like
Yeah.
Skyrim's combat is ass,
It is very ass.
but the role playing side of it is much better than Elden Ring.
I would
That's
agree.
my thought. Let's see if this guy agrees.
This game is wasting money and wasting time. Worst game in my 40 years of life I've ever played. There is no explanation
no
from
way.
the developers how to play the game. No explanation of what is going on. You spawn in the world, read some notes, empty world, you meet extremely strong NPCs who kill you instantly. It is impossible to play this game. Unfortunately I bought this game on PlayStation and Sony operates the rudest customer policy out there. Sony doesn't refund customers even if you've only played for an hour. A return via Steam on PC is possible as soon as you have played it for less than 2 hours. Thank you Sony PlayStation and Elden Ring for giving me such a terrible piece of SH experience. Next time I'll think twice before buying a game from the PS Store. Unfortunately, I already bought a PS5. I should have known all this before.
What? I bought Elden Ring. I hate that I bought a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I included this one because it like deviates into like a roast on PlayStation. And I was like, I don't think this guy.
It's hard. Yeah, like there's no way around it. But it's not like it doesn't tell you what to do. There, like
There's literally a
he probably
tutorial
skipped
area.
the tutorial cave, I'm guessing, and he immediately
Yeah.
like went out. He probably died to the boss fight you're supposed to die to in the very beginning.
Yeah,
And he was like, "Oh, I died. That didn't tell me what to do." It's not supposed to. You're supposed to die there. So it lets you know, hey, this is a game where you're gonna die a lot, and that's okay. That's why it's an intentional death. You're supposed to die there.
yeah, yeah.
It just doesn't hold your hand. It's good game design in the sense that it's showing you the steps of what you need to do, what's going to happen, how the game's going to be. It's just not holding your hand the whole way and explaining it.
It does drop you in nowhere though, but that's
True.
the point.
I mean, you can say the same thing about
one.
like Xenoblade. Xenoblade always has that stupid,
Dude. Okay.
you walk out and there's a level 75 monster and you're level 1.
Okay,
It
if
does
I
the
had to
same shit.
pick between a intro, between Dark, a FromSoft game, and a Xenoverse game, dude, those tutorials are brutally long. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather just get me out of it. Like, get me out. I would much rather just skip everything in a FromSoft game because I remember. I got what was
3 was the latest one.
No,
Two
but
was
what was the one with the
one with the hot
mechs?
girls.
That was like the multiplayer one on the Wii U.
Oh, X or whatever.
That was I didn't even end up playing the game because the tutorial just fucking sucked. It was so long.
Yeah, Chronicles X. Well, dude, so I say recently, when it came out, I played Xenoblade 3. You are legitimately getting tutorial pop-ups explaining like basic stuff in the game. Like 40 hours in, you're still getting tutorial pop-ups. It's actually wild.
Yeah, get me out of this nightmare.
Like, on the
But-
spectrum of like the tutorial menuing, like people complain about Final Fantasy, like the first 4 hours, it's just tutorial menus where like you're stuck in this is how you equip materia, this is how you level, this is how you equip your GF or whatever. It does nothing compared to Xenoblade doing that for 40 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ugh. God.
Good game though. Still recommend.
I remember I hated that shit.
What's the next guy have to
Let's see
say?
this one.
Do you have a good one in here, Kevin? Is anyone happy?
No, they're all upset.
I'm gonna look up a good one because I'm getting sad.
Overrated. I played previous Dark Souls titles and played Demon Souls when it first came out all that time ago. None of them were ever great games. They were okay, and you know it. Dopamine release upon beating a, usually, buggy boss. It's a feature. Doesn't make a good game. This is bland, mostly empty, with mediocre graphics, for something next-gen. I play lots of indie games, but they don't call themselves next-gen and charge you next-gen prices. I don't understand mob mentality. Wanting to praise this just not feel like they belong to a group. Get that dopamine release. Man, if this is the future of gaming, I'm going to need to hoard current and old gaming systems and games because we are in for so even blander and more mediocre days, my friends. Stop being controlled by overhype, and for the love of God stop becoming fanboys that ignore all the bad and protect big-ass companies as if they'll ever notice you or thank you for shilling. Had to put such a low grade to compensate for those damn fanboys that put 10/10 without ever thinking what a 10/10 means. When reading reviews, I usually trust the 7/9 so much more than the 10/10 when it comes to positive ratings.
Those damn fanboys, man.
Those chilling fanboys. How
Yep.
dare they?
But yeah, that one was pretty much. It's just the just what the like. That's what a lot of these are. Just like mad at the fanboys. This next one, I just imagine a neckbeard reading out. I think this is this one. Hold on, this.
These From Software games have struck a chord with a particular type of gamer, and I dare say, not a classic gamer that have explored various genres. There's a writer named Dan Brown, whose fiction novels garnered a lot of critical acclaim, but amongst those of us who enjoy a good sleuth, and have much experience with various craftspeople of the trade, we knew a charlatan when we saw him. See, Dan Brown relied on a rinse and repeat style of writing, a writing by numbers, if you will. In essence, each story contained the same characters, plot devices, story arcs and climaxes. It was cheap, and, might I add, intellectually insulting. But despite the objective criticism of connoisseurs, the media machine was fully behind Dan Brown, and the Ash phenomenon claimed another victory. So, too, to From Software's rinse and repeat genre. I refunded all of my FS purchases safely within the allotted window before I was stuck with an intellectual insult. Souls-like should not be a thing, more appropriately for the rebounds per game genre, Fable-like, or Witcher 3-like, but this farcical, Reskin money grab does not deserve a category unto itself. The power of marketing, and mass persuasion, indeed.
Just to think of a milady guy reading this one, he's like,
that guy's like the picture of the dude sitting in the armchair made out of his own brain.
yeah.
Like, he's like, oh, I am too intelligent to be looped into the media craze.
I love the From Software games have struck a chord with a particular type of gamer, and I dare say, not a classic gamer. Not a classic gamer that have explored various genres.
I am so experienced in gaming. This is offensive to me because it's one genre. Like, what are you trying to get at? Is he just? He's like, it's like, this is what it is. He's literally going, I'm really good at video games. I play a ton of video games of all these different genres, but I'm bad at this one, so it's not good because I'm bad. That's all he's saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to be good at every genre. You don't have to enjoy every genre. It can still be a good game.
Yeah, I just can't get the image of just that milady guy out of my head. This next one's
Real spicy.
Interesting. I don't know if I'd say it's spicy, but
2022 Game of the Year, gave to an open-world game that you can only walk. And thanks to
Not true.
Slackers, I decide to change 3 to 1. And I can say the 2022 Game of the Year should be Stray, or God of War Ragnarok. Media are all dogs, they are not gamer, just zombie. 2022 review: don't play this game. The author says he doesn't play the game himself. Your IQ is being insulted. If you don't use Ashes of War, don't use additional vials. The difficulty of the bosses is unreasonable. The bosses has too much blood and increases unnecessary difficulty. All bosses play the same way, that is to roll on 0.x seconds before he drops the knife, which only increases fatigue and has no fun. Bloodborne is better.
Okay, oh my god.
I like him calling HP just blood. These guys
blood.
got too much blood.
These guys got too much blood. So, I like how he's like, if you don't level up your flask, and you don't use the abilities that your weapons have, the game is a lot harder. Well, no shit. That's the point of the game. Like, I don't. What is that argument?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to play Final Fantasy VII, and I just wish I couldn't level up because it's just not fun when I level up my character.
Yeah, I played FF7 and I can't beat the game by only hitting attack with everybody. I don't want to use these spells. I don't want to summon.
Huh. Yeah, I can't beat Mario Sunshine unless I use the water pack. Is there any way around that? Like, no, that's the game. Play the fucking game.
Also, you literally have a horse, so there's that.
Yeah, your only option is to walk. There's a sprint button, and they got rid of stamina unless you're in combat, so you can unlimited sprint. You literally get a horse that you can sprint and double jump with.
I'm guessing he didn't make it that far.
And then he argues that Stray should be Game of the Year, where you basically only walk as a cat. You just walk really fast, but you're a cat.
It's not open world though, so you're fine. It's fine.
Oh, true.
Also,
I'm guessing he
rolling.
refunded it within an hour.
Yeah, he didn't get the horse. And you can parry. You can block. You don't just have to dodge roll.
True.
All right, this last one I got is a little bit of a meme.
Also, real quick, like, saying the game is bad because the whole point is you have to click a dodge button at a specific time. That's every game. That is literally every game. Like, when you play Counter-Strike or Call of Duty, you have to shoot the fire button at a specific time. It's the same thing.
Every game is a rhythm game. Andrew.
If you really boil it down, it really is.
Every game's a rhythm game, just without the rhythm.
True.
I have no idea how this last one's gonna sound, but let's see.
Hit rolling it rolling it rolling rolling it it rolling rolling it rolling it it rolling it rolling rolling it it rolling 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 it.
Yeah,
It's supposed to say hit rolling, hit rolling, hit rolling, hit rolling, hit rolling, hit rolling.
hit trolling, hit trolling, hit trolling.
Hit rolling, hit rolling, hit rolling.
I would agree with that. So far, out of all the reviews we've listened to, that's the one I agree with the most.
Yeah, but they rated it a 0.
Oh, never mind.
I do agree with that review though.
Yeah, that he has the basics done.
Yeah, he just needed to keep playing.
Maybe switch it up. Maybe hit roll. That's what
They do switch up, but there's no spaces, so my auto read didn't like it. But you'll read it when I post it in the video. Well, you would have already read it because the video got posted.
Whoa, postception.
Talking about the future when I'm actually the past. Whoa.
Return to the past now. That's from Code Lyoko.
I remember that show.
Yep, classic Code Lyoko.
I don't remember liking it, but I don't know.
I rewatched it all 100 episodes as an adult, and it's not very good. But hey, it's something to watch in the background.
I could have guessed that though. But yeah, that was Elden Ring. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta get a happy one.
All right, did you find me a happy one?
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, I'll throw one in there to play at the end then.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. A beautiful follow-up to the Souls series for sure. There's a whole paragraph after that, but we can stop there. He gave it a 9 out of 10. All right, I
Okay.
agree.
All right.
Oh, he just put that review up the other day.
There you go.
Nagasaki on Metacritic.
But yeah, that was Elden Ring. Literally game of the year Elden Ring. But yeah. Once again, I can appreciate that not every game is for you. But that does not make it a bad game. We just need to remove our feelings and just, hey, if you don't like it, there you go. Don't play it.
But if you buy it on PlayStation, you can't refund it.
Okay, if you buy a PlayStation, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Anyone who bought a PS5, I'm laughing at you right now.
All right, thanks for watching.
Yep. Okay. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for becoming a part of the Aegean 900 network. It is now time to put everything you have learned into motion.
The Aegean seminar was great. I can't wait to get started.
Girls, 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 call 'em, meet 'em, date 'em.
Welcome to the 900 audio text industry, the fastest growing industry of the 90s.
Thousands of dateable singles in your area are at your fingertips.
Hello, we left a message for you on Voice Personals.
Hi, my name is Richard Alonzo of Aegean.
Give us a call now.
I've met many of you. I've